I'm Peggy Hall, Associate Professor and Field Specialist in Agricultural and Resource Law for OSU Extension, here to explain Ohio's new law on restricted area designations for wind and solar facilities in Ohio. That new law comes to us as a result of Senate Bill 52, effective October 11th of 2021. And there are three main parts to Senate Bill 52. We're going to focus in this video on the first part, the restricted area designations and referendum process. But we have videos that explain the other two parts of Senate Bill 52, as well as providing an overview of the bill that address these two issues. The Senate Bill 52 applies only to those larger utility scale wind and solar facilities that are occurring in Ohio. And it's important also to note that existing project applications can be exempt from the new law. So we explain both of those in our other videos in this series. As far as the restricted area designations, the provisions are in Ohio Revised Code sections 303.58 and 0.59. And those allow our county commissioners to designate all or part of the unincorporated areas of the county as a restricted area or restricted areas, prohibiting the construction of wind or solar facilities or both within those identified areas. And that designation would prohibit any applications being accepted by the Ohio Power Siting Board for wind or solar facilities within the identified restricted areas. There's a process laid out in the new law that the county commissioners must follow to make that designation of a restricted area. And that begins with providing public notice of a meeting at which they will discuss restricted area designations. That notice must be provided at least 30 days in advance of a meeting, and it would be published in a county newspaper of general circulation that the meeting will occur, and it must also be provided by first-class mail to any township, school district, or municipality that is within the geographic boundaries of that proposed restricted area. The commissioners also have to post a map of the boundaries of that proposed restricted area for public view at all county libraries. At the meeting, the county commissioners may discuss that designation and may vote on a restricted area designation, and interested persons would have the opportunity to make verbal or written statements to the commissioners, either in support of or opposed to any restricted area designation. If the commissioners adopt a restricted area designation, then it becomes effective in 30 days, unless there is a petition for referendum filed against that restricted area designation. The petition process is in 303.59, and that petition for referendum can submit the designation of any restricted area by those county commissioners to a public vote. There are a couple of requirements for that petition. And the first is that it has to happen pretty quickly. The circulators must present the petition to the county commissioners within 30 days of their adoption of a restricted area designation. And the petition must be signed by the appropriate number of electors, and that's at least 8% of the electors that voted in the last election for governor must sign a petition, at least 8% of those voters. There's an example in the Ohio Revised Code of what that petition for referendum on the designation of a restricted area should contain. And you can see here what that would look like. And the primary information, of course, highlighted for you that signing the petition means that you agree to request the Board of County Commissioners to submit the designation of a restricted area to the electors of the county for either approval or rejection of that restricted area designation. So the Board of Elections will review a petition and certify whether it meets all of the requirements of the law. And if so, it will then be put to a vote on the ballot at the next election that is at least 120 days after the petition date that it was filed. Going to the petition and going to the ballot then allows the voters to have a say in that restricted area designation, and it will not go into effect unless the voters approve it. If the voters do approve it, the restricted area designation goes into effect immediately. And that means then that the Ohio Power Siting Board may not accept any applications for wind or solar or both types of facilities as designated within those designated restricted areas. You can find more about Senate Bill 52 on our website. We have law bulletins and we have other videos in this series that explain the new provisions of that law. And you'll find those at farmoffice.osu.edu or go.osu.edu/farmenergy.